Hello soulmate, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the part 2 of the sewing tutorial of this beautiful dress. If this is the first time you are seeing me, you're welcome to Lily Bloom Culture. Please do well to click on the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel so that you get notified whenever I upload any tutorial video. So today's video we'll be doing the sewing part. If you haven't seen the pattern drafting and the cutting part, please visit my channel to watch it and then come back for the sewing tutorial. So now these are all the pieces of all the fabric that will cut out, and I'm going ahead to iron ST and also to cut out lining piece. I use another Ankara fabric to cut out the lining piece in order to give the dress a thick look. So now this is the two front pieces. I'm demonstrating how I'm going to be joining both the center front and the side fronts together. I'll take it to the sewing machine and I'll sew them together, and I'm also going to be sewing the Ankara piece I cut for my lining. And also on the center front and the side front, I also went to iron my pad on it to give the cup to stand very well, to make the cup stand. Please, if you don't understand anything I'm saying, just look at what I'm doing and you'll get it. And this is the Ankara piece I'll be using for the gather effect on the lower part of our dress. I'm going to be hemming the base of the Ankara piece. I'll fold it by half an inch and further fold it in by half of an inch. So I also went ahead to lining the lower part of the Ankara piece, as you can see. So now this is how it looked like after I was done stitching. So I'm going to make a notch on it and then use my cup to iron it out, and then I'll show you guys how it look like. And this is the lining and the main fabric. So now this is me making my notch so that it will be easier for us to iron out the darts that we took. So I'm also going to make notches on the other side, and I'll also do the same on the lining pieces. Please guys, if you have watched this video up to this point, please hit on the subscribe button, like and comment, and then also let me know if you will be creating a tutorial like this. So I'm also making notches on the lining pieces, as you can see. So now I'm going to be ironing this out. So I've also gone ahead to sew the back piece of the upper part of our dress. This is me making notches at the upper area so that when I turn it over to the other side, it will lay down flat. I'm also gonna ahead to trim at the excess. So now this is the outlook. So I'm taking this to the ironing board and I'm going to iron it out and then bring it back for you guys to see. So this is the back piece, as you can see. I'm also going to make notches like I did earlier, and then I'm going to turn it over. So this is how it look like after turning it to the other side. So I'm going to take this to this ironing board and I'm going to iron it out and bring it back for you guys to see. So now here is our beautiful Bustier. See the way it's standing, and I'm gonna have to iron out the darts on the inside. I also did the same thing for the lining piece, so I'm going to be placing them. So now I'm just cutting out the excess. When you measure yours, you can also cut out the excess like so. So I'm going to be placing it right side facing each other, as you can see. I also decided to cut out the excess on the lining piece as well. So I'm going to be placing them right side facing each other, and I'm going to pin it down. So this is me trying to pin it down, as you can see. When I'm done pinning, I'll take it over to the sewing machine and I'll sew it all the way around, and I'll bring it back for you guys to see. So this is me trying to pin it all the way around, like I said earlier. So now after pinning, I'll take the sewing machine to stitch, and here is how it looked like after I was done stitching it down. So I'm going to be making some notches, and then I'm going to trim out any excesses, and then I'll turn it to the other side for you guys to see, and then I'm also going to iron it. So this is how it look like. See how neat it look, come out neat and beautiful. Now I'm gonna need to iron everything out. So this is my back piece ironed already, and this is my front piece as well. I've gonna need to also iron it, and then I also trim out the excess at the lower part. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to attach the lower part of our dress to the upper part. So I'm going to make gathers. So we're going to be removing 1 inch to avoid gaping at the back of our dress when we wear it. So we're removing 1 inch on both sides of the back pieces, and then we'll just make a curve all the way down, and then we'll cut it out. Then the next thing we're going to be doing is that we're going to be holding our darts at the back. So I'm going to be cutting this out now, and then the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to take our darts, as you can see, trying to root out the line for our dart intake. So I take it to the sewing machine, and I then hold my dart on both sides. So now this is our sleeve, and the upper part where I will pass in my drawstring, I folded it by 1/2 inch and folded it by 1 inch, as you can see. I did this off camera, while at the lower part I folded it by 1/2 inch and folded it by 1/2 inch to secure the edge. So now I always do this on my channel. I place it right side facing each other just to cut out the armhole shape on the sleeve. So go ahead and cut it out like so. The next thing we are going to be doing is that we're going to be fixing our drawstring, our elastic drawstring on it. So I'm going to be taking my round arm measurements, and whatever I get, I'll remove 2 inches, or you can remove 1.5 inch for what you get. So I'll take the measurement of mine, and then that's what I'm working with. So I'm just using my lighter to burn the edge to secure the elastic from fraying. So I'm going to be using my safety pin to pass this through the channel I created for the elastic. So this is me passing my elastic through, and then when I go to the end of the elastic, I use my safety pin to hold it down. So I also use my safety pin to secure it in place so that it doesn't pull off. Then I also pass my elastic band through the other sleeve. So now this is how it looks like after we're done. So next thing we're going to be doing now is that we're going to be attaching our sleeve to our dresses. So I've already pinned it down on the back piece, on the front piece I mean. Then I'll also pin it on the back piece as well. So I'll turn it and place it right side facing each other, as you can see. So I'll pin it to the back piece, pin it down, and then I'll make a stitch. Then I'll also take the second sleeve, and then I'll place it on the front piece right side facing each other, and then I'll take it to the sewing machine to sew. And here is how it looked like while I was done attaching the sleeve. So I successfully attached the sleeve to both the front and the back pieces of our dress. So now the next thing we're going to be doing now is to attach the gather effect on the lower part of our dress. And I've also gone ahead to hold my dart at the back of the upper part of our dress now. So now I'm taking the measurement of the lower part of my bustier. So whatever I get, that's what I'm going to gather for the front. So this is what I did. So now I've already used my needle and my thread to make my gathers, and then I'll be attaching it to the main fabric, to the upper part like so, by half of an inch. And then when I'm done making the stitch, I'll bring it back for you guys to see. Just the way I did my gathers at the front piece, I also did the same thing at the back piece. I joined it together by half of an inch. So this is how it looked like after I was done joining. And I'm also going to be taking this to the weaving machine, and I'm going to be weaving all the rough edges. Then after doing that, I'm going to be joining it on the sides. So I'm going to be placing the back piece and the front piece together, right sides facing each other. I use my safety pin to secure it down, and then when I'm done arranging it, I'll take it to the sewing machine and then I'll make a straight stitch. And then when I'm done with my stitching and also fixing my zipper, I'll bring it back for you guys to see the final look of this beautiful dress. Here is it, guys. Here is our final look. See how gorgeous and beautiful this dress came out. It looked really nice, really perfect. If you would like to recreate this, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. I really appreciate it, and don't forget to hit on the subscribe button so that you get notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. And also please like and drop a lovely comment and also send to your friends. Thanks. Bye.